think that I have fixed our technical difficulties from last time. And so hopefully we should be able to jump on in and be our most sarcastic Hawke possible. It's gonna be like, if you follow me on YouTube, my Wolf Among Us playthrough, I was just dabbling in light bastardry. We're dabbling in light sarcasm. Because I'm not picking the purple Hawke option for everything. Because sometimes purple Hawke option is just too much. But, we're gonna get in here and we're gonna play some video games. Doing some hot Hawke shit. Hawke Girl Summer. This is Hawke.
I think this is a picture of Mother. She looks like you. Where did you get that? Was it at the estate? Let me see.
Let me see. Let me look.
I think this is Mother's betrothal portrait from when she was supposed to marry the Comte. Look. You can see the ring.
You seem excited.
I love it. My whole life, Mother's always been so sad and worried. All because of my cursed magic. I always wished there was some way to take that burden off her. It's nice to have a reminder of a time when she still knew how to smile.
We're gonna be such good besties with our sister Bethany. It's gonna be incredible. Oh, and when I was doing test streams, there's like a couple other things going on in the house, and I didn't save, or I did them. So I would like to mess with those so y'all can see them.
He doesn't like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields. Come on. Let's play Fetch the Invisible Ball. Poor thing. Maybe he'd be happier if we brought him with us more often.
I bring you as often as I can.
But if he's with us, who'd keep Gamlen's debt collectors away?
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlen, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with dog? Real easy to remember.
Well, we're not gonna just call you dog. Should I make it... no. Cerberus. Let's talk with Gamlen and our mama, and then we're gonna get back to quest.
Are you here to gloat? Gamlen's the idiot again. Gamlen's the fool who can't hold his money when it's given in a bloody silver basket.
I'm only gonna gloat a little.
When Leandra left, but no one was ever going to live up to her.
What was she like, as a girl?
We're only a year apart. But that was time enough for Leandra to get our parents wrapped firmly around her little finger. They showed her off at every opportunity. The beauty, the scholar, the light of their lives. As far as they were concerned, they should have stopped there.
Well, damn.
I've seen the nobles in this town. Your parents must have had a fortune. Where did it all go?
Well, it's not like I stood at the side of the wharf and hurled it over. I tried to invest it. I got some good tips on trade in Kunari cheeses. And,
Jesus. Freldons and their cheeses.
I'm not denying I spent more on myself than I should have, but I figured it'd all work out.
So, the best way to make Daddy love you was to steal his money?
I changed their filthy sheets and wiped their chins through 2 bouts of the cholera, and the last word Father said was... Leandra. I'm not looking for love, but at least I got the money.
And here I was, just about to like you.
There's nothing to like about Gamlen, TBH. Hello, Mama.
When I told your grandmother I was marrying your father,
She threatened to disown me. She said my children would be mongrels. My father wanted to lock me in, but she told him it's her life, let her ruin it. I wrote to her when each of you were born. She never wrote back. I'm glad she didn't die hating me.
She never hated you.
Grandmother didn't want you to leave. She tried holding on to you the only way she knew. She would have been so proud of you. You're everything she wanted in an Amel grandchild. She might have had a hard time accepting it at first, but she would have loved you, all three of you. Carver. He was such a little boy. Never had a knee that wasn't scraped or trousers without holes. The last thing Carver would want is more crying. I just keep thinking there's something we could have done. It's killing me.
There really isn't. He got picked up by a big-ass creature.
18 years of loving and feeding and raising them. That was it. Blame the Darkspawn, not yourself. The ogre would have been happy with any prey. It was my fault it was Carver.
It wasn't your fault.
There were 4 of us when the blight began. It will never be over while there are just 3. I've written to the Viscount. I have an audience for after Bartrand's expedition leaves. I couldn't do anything for Carver, but with luck, I could at least give us a home.
Yeah. Alright, let's head out. What do we got? Alright, this is our crew for now. A little bit strange, but so are you. Wait, did I have letters? Hang on. It's showing I have a letter. Where's the writing desk? Okay, that's just about Sebastian's quest. I might mess with him a little bit more this time around. I just didn't really see the point in him, I guess. And then he's like the only straight person in the game, so I was just like, eh. Let's do this stuff here at nighttime real quick. Try to run through that. Gather us some new friends. Some new enemies, maybe even. And
the streets aren't safe at night.
Yeah.
We should do something about that.
Maybe we should.
No offense to your uncle, but this house smells like really old cabbage.
You should have a little bit of offense to Gamlin. He does suck.
I think Uncle Gamlin comes here.
Well, shit. Okay. Oh, having hail of arrows early on is so good. He just lost his crossbow so much.
Nicely done. Are you answering?
Ah!
You can't just run up on someone like that. Are you the human that Benril told me about? The one looking for work?
Did you think I was going to attack you?
Yes.
Oh, no. All right. Hope not. Anyhow.
Clearly
My
did.
apologies, human. I haven't been on the surface very long. I keep thinking I'll fall up into that sky any minute.
Bartrand used to be like that. Got jumpy every time he stepped outside.
What a bizarre thing to be scared of.
But I digress. I need some help. Rather badly, in fact. Some product of mine has been misplaced.
The men who were supposed to deliver it decided not to. If you retrieve my property, I could reward you handsomely.
What kind of property?
Just what did these men steal?
Did I say steal? I don't know if I would go that far.
Bruh.
They seemed like perfectly reasonable smugglers. They smiled and everything.
They were
The goods
sick
are
as hell.
valuable, however, and illegal.
They're my besties,
And
actually.
my client wants them
They're only
very,
borrowing
very
it.
badly. You know how these Templars can be.
So it's lyrium?
You're smuggling lyrium to the Templars.
Maker's breath. Between the Chantry, the Carta, and the Coterie.
By the Paragons, not so loudly.
Be as loud as I want, fool.
I'm not cut out for this. I should have taken that job sweeping stables like Mother insisted.
I'll do it.
I'll get it back for you.
Sure. Add it to the list of things I'm accessory to.
Oh, thank goodness.
We're gonna make her my rival this time, I think.
In a little hovel within the alien.
Felt sarcasm.
If you have to kill them, then I guess it can't be avoided. But I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
Let's get to it. Let's wreck some shit. Okay, they're right there.
Let's finish this.
Take that, motherfucker. You just, the reason we, actually the real reason we can't date Varric is he does want to mac on his crossbow. That's it. The one and only reason Dev said no. That man loves his crossbow too much. Can't find it in his heart to love another person. But his sexy crossbow? That's it. I'm kidding. Or am I? Oh, we're in the alienage. Okay, we're probably gonna be getting Fenris here soonish, I guess. Well, Bianca, that's a you problem. There's a lot of combat going on right now. Ooh, a sack. Mine now.
Seems to be unhealthy.
Alright, let's go in. Da-da-da. And I'm gonna send my puppy dog. Bethany, if that's you doing all the explosions, that kicks ass actually. Thank you, Bethany.
I always wanted to try this.
Bethany, you're such a powerful younger sibling.
Ansel's goods are probably in that chest.
And there's nothing.
It's empty.
Yeah, this is where we're getting Fenris.
Time. Who put us up to this?
I'd like to bring Fenris around more,
Choice but to go back to Ansel and tell him.
but I'm pretty sure I'm romancing Isabel this time. Isabella. Is it Isabel? Yeah, it's Isabella. I don't know why I can't think of what her name is. Hot pirate woman.
That's not the elf. Who is that?
It doesn't matter. We were told to kill whoever enters the house.
Well, fuck you too.
How about you?
Take that. And that. You decided to mess with my crew, not the other way around. Mess with the best, get kicked in the chest. Oh, a slaver. Ugh. Well, I'm glad he's dead then, motherfucker. Ooh, some lore. Lowtown is home to squalid elven alienage. Here, like in most Thetis alienages, elves are packed into tiny rundown apartments and effectively segregated from the human population. Kirkwall's alienage is even more dilapidated than the rest of Lowtown, but the elves go to great lengths keeping the place looking bright and festive. The Vinidal, tree of the people, standing in the middle of the alienage, is a symbol for elven pride and shared cultural identity and is lovingly cared for. It is difficult to say if the elves would continue confining themselves to the alienage if they were given the chance to mingle. They may not admit it, but some feel living among their kind is far better than living with humans, no matter how terrible alienage life may be. Do we go back into the house, maybe? I don't remember what all this entails. Okay.
I don't know who you are, friend, but you made a serious mistake coming here.
You're the one who made a mistake, dumbass.
Lieutenant, I want everyone in the clearing, now! Captain!
Take that, Lieutenant, bitch.
Your men are dead, and your trap has failed. I suggest running back to your master while you can.
You're going nowhere, slave.
Kill him. Attaboy.
I am not a slave. I apologize. When I asked Anso to provide a distraction for the hunters, I had no idea they'd be so numerous.
A distraction?
You were responsible for this.
I'm the reason you're here, yes. My name is Fenris. These men were Imperial bounty hunters, seeking to recover a Magister's lost property, namely myself. They were trying to lure me into the open. Crude as their methods were, I could not face them alone. Thankfully, Anso chose wisely.
If they were really trying to recapture you, then I'm happy I helped.
I have met few in my travels who have sought anything more than personal gain. If I may ask, what was in the chest? The one they kept in the house?
There was nothing in
It was
there,
empty.
I
unfortunately.
suppose it was too much to hope for. Even so, I had to know.
What did you think was in it?
You were expecting something else?
I was, but I shouldn't have. It was bait, nothing more.
Is that it?
All that for an empty chest?
No, there's more. It's as I thought. My former master accompanied them to the city.
Son of a bitch.
I know you have questions, but I must confront him before he flees. I will need your help.
Lead the way.
If it means fighting more slavers, I'll help you.
I will find a way to repay you. I swear it. The Magister is staying at a mansion in Hightown. Meet me there as soon as you can. We must enter before morning.
Let's do it. Hightown, right? We're in Lowtown.
It should not be this quiet.
More bastards. Come and get me, you sons of bitches. It very much is their mistake. Well, if you'd assume that you could defeat me, I'm Hawke. I'm just Hawke. What would be Hawke's version of the I am Knuff shirt? I can't think of anything, but it would just be funny to me. Hawke Knuff does not sound right. Alright, are we heading back to my house? Where are they? Seriously, I can't even go in my house?
Maker's breath, Hawke. You do get results, don't you?
Goddamn right. Alright, let's get back to my house. Head to Hightown.
So, someone dropped off a message for you. It's on the desk.
Oh, sick. Thanks. Loose ends. Hawke, I know we didn't part on the best terms. You were right. I was trying to squeeze more work out of you than was justified. You've more than paid your way into the city. It's been tight since you left, though. If you're looking for more work for real coin in your pocket, come see me in Hightown anytime before sunset. I accept.
Try and read it first.
I thought there might be something dangerous in it.
Let's bring the crew. Alright, we'll try to do both these quests and get them finished so that we can help out Anders and Fenris. And then I'll try to have them around more often, I think. I feel like Varric and Isabella banter would be epic, but I'm already playing a rogue, so I can't really have two rogues in there. 3 rogues in there, I guess, I should say, because, yeah. Anyways. I feel like the banter would go hard, but we're probably not getting that. Doggy, go get him. Doggy, go get him. Good doggy. Is that all of them? The music's still playing. I don't see anybody though. I'll be taking that. Show someone over there? Is there? I mean, you're not wrong.
Never a shortage of idiots who think they can take the streets in the dark, but with reward in getting rid of them.
How much money do I have at this point? I know it's... Oh, we're at 14. That's not too bad. That's not too shabby at all. She doesn't have 20 strength yet. Okay. So next time we upgrade her... Try to get her there. We're all pretty close to leveling up, so... What are we closest to? We're kind of... Well, probably technically we're closer to the manor. Let's go to the manor. I know we haven't known Fenris as long as Anders, but...
No one has left the mansion, but I've heard nothing within. Daenerys may know we're here. I wouldn't put it past him.
I could stand to know a little more about this Daenerys.
She's a Targaryen.
Oh, is that all? Nothing to worry about then.
There, he is a wealthy mage with great influence. Here, he is but a man who sweats like any other when death comes for him.
What's the worst that could happen?
I do not fear death. That does not mean we should be reckless.
So true, bestie. Okay, so we're gonna leave Aveline out of this. Probably wasn't gonna be her type of mission anyways.
Daenerys, show yourself.
Yeah, show yourself, bitch. Oh, we can level him up though. Hello. Here we go. Battlemaster. What do we have in Battlemaster? Hang on. What type of weapon are we working with here? Okay, so he's a two-hander. Don't really have any better weapons for him right now, unfortunately. So let's maybe upgrade the two-hander shit for him. That sounds pretty kick-ass to me. Yeah, Those sound awesome. So let's do that. Let's save in case, like, some shit happens. And because I really hate having to, like, respec people. Because I died without saving first. Go Fenris. Ah, shit. People who romance Fenris as a mage, what is that like?
May I not be this?
He sends spirits to do his fighting for him. Denarius, can you hear me? Your pets cannot stop us.
Come out, bitch.
Now you fall! Let's finish this! I got one! That's enough!
Mine now. Mine now. Mine now. Well, there'll be some more stuff to sell once we get out of here. Anything in here? More loot. Loot's always good. Ooh, 2 chests. Thank you. Can have that for now. And one. There we go. Doggy Woggy, I need you to move. Thank you, Doggy Woggy. I know I named you Cerberus, but your new name is Doggy Woggy. Okay, that was too good to be true.
I'll deal with it. Gotcha!
Better luck in the next one.
inventory's probably gonna be full again here soon, though, unfortunately. Shall we? This guy has so much loot. It'd be so nice to sell all this junk too. Come out. Oh, they did. Never you mind. Snipe him from up here. So many Varric. So many, bud. Blood on your face.
Gone. I'd hoped... No, it doesn't matter any longer. I assume Daenerys left valuables behind. Take them if you wish. I need some air.
Understandable, my dude. Let's... Going back in here first. I might make him a nice new weapon. Get the squad back together.
It never ends. I escaped a land of dark magic, only to have it hunt me at every turn. It is a plague burned into my flesh and my soul. And now I find myself in the company of even more mages.
You can speak to me directly.
I saw you casting spells inside. I should have realized sooner what you really were. You harbor a viper in your midst.
That's my sister, bro.
Strike when you least expect. That is in its nature.
My sister is stronger than you think. You tell him, sis.
I'm not blind. I know magic has its uses, and there are undoubtedly mages with good intentions. But even the best-intentioned mage can fall prey to temptation. And then their power is a curse to inflict upon others.
No one's stopping you from moving on, you know.
I imagine I appear ungrateful. If so, I apologize, for nothing could be further from the truth. I did not find Daenerys, but I still owe you a debt. Here is all the coin I have, as Anso promised. Should you find yourself in need of assistance, I would gladly render it.
Will you work with mages?
Are you going to have a problem with my companions?
I will watch them carefully if we travel together. I can promise no more.
Your old master must want something more than just a runaway slave.
He doesn't want me at all, just the markings on my skin. They are lyrium, burned into my flesh to provide the power that Daenerys required of his pet. And now, he wishes his precious investment returned, even if he must rip it from my corpse.
I don't see that going very well for you.
Neither do I. The truth is, I know nothing of the ritual that placed these markings on me. It was Daenerys' choice, one he now regrets.
I've seen some of your abilities. Do they come from those markings?
Some. All I know is that even in the Imperium, warriors such as myself are rare. Perhaps they believe I should feel honored.
I'm planning an expedition I might need help with.
Fair enough. Should you ever have need of me, I will be here. If Daenerys wishes his mansion back, he is free to return and claim it. Beyond that, I am at your disposal.
Thanks, bud. Yeah, let's wander around with him for a little bit. Ooh, we're getting the rivalry started already. I'm gonna just put them all into strength. Can't do Archer's Lance yet. Alright, we do need to go sell some shit, though. Oh, yes, weapons. Oh, I see, that's... yeah. Okay, that's fine. Be over there.
I saw Carl go inside a few minutes ago. No Templars so far. Are you ready?
Yes.
I didn't see anyone suspicious out here. Let's do this fast.
All right. I'll handle the talking. You watch for Templars. When we find Carl, just let me talk to him.
What's that on the ground? Oh, it's just a book. Okay. Something for us. Let's start tossing some shit. Maybe it was a Jarl instead. Carl the Jarl.
Anders, I know you too well. I knew you would never give up.
What's wrong? Why are you talking like...
I was too rebellious, like you. The Templars knew I had to be made an example of.
No.
How else will mages ever master themselves? You'll understand, Anders. As soon as the Templars teach you to control yourself. This is the apostate.
This is my bestie, the apostate.
You will never take another mage as you took him.
Anders, what did you do?
Took out these assholes.
It's like you brought a piece of the Fade into this world. I had already forgotten what that feels like.
What did you do? Not the Fade part. The angry, glowing bit.
It's like a gateway to the Fade inside you, glowing like a beacon.
I have some unique circumstances, yes. But Carl, what happened? How did they get you?
The Templars here are far more vigilant than in Ferelden. They found a letter I was writing.
Bastards
cannot
going through
imagine
people's
that.
mail.
All the color, all the music in the world, gone.
Gave
I
him
would
a
gladly give up my magic.
fucking magical lobotomy.
I'll never be whole again.
This is what Mother was protecting me from.
Please, kill me before I forget again. I don't know how you brought it back, but it's fading.
Carl, no.
Maybe we can find a cure.
Can you cure a beheading? The dreams of tranquil mages are severed. There is nothing left of them to fix.
I would rather die a mage than live as a Templar puppet.
My sister calls being tranquil a fate worse than death. Give him peace.
I got here too late. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm so sorry.
Now, it's fading. Why do you look at me like that?
He's gonna put his hand through your chest like Fenris did it earlier.
We should leave before more Templars come.
So, let me guess. This is the part where you tell me you're an abomination?
You're wrong. But not far wrong. This is hard to explain. When I was in Amaranthi, I met a spirit of justice who was trapped outside the Fade. We became friends, and he recognized the injustice that mages in Thedas face every day.
And that's different than a demon.
Just as demons prey on the deadly sins of mankind, there are good spirits who embody our virtues. Spirits of compassion, fortitude, justice. They are the Maker's first children, and they have all but given up on us.
What does this have to do with your eyes glowing?
To live outside the Fade, he needed a host. I offered to help him. We were going to work together, bring justice to every child ever ripped away from his mother to be sent to the Circle. But I guess I had too much anger. Once he was inside me, he changed.
So, you have this spirit of justice living in your head?
It's not like that. He's gone now. He's part of me. It's not like we can have a conversation. I feel his thoughts as my own. Not even the greatest scholar could tell you where I end and he begins.
That really didn't look like a happy, benevolent spirit from where I was standing.
Since when is justice happy? Justice is righteous. Justice is hard.
So true,
You
bestie.
tried to help a friend. Surely no harm can come of that?
Of course. No harm ever comes from good intentions, even when magic is involved.
Normally, I would argue that. I wanted to do well by justice, I really did. But my anger, when I see Templars now, things that have always outraged me, but I could never do anything about, he comes out. And he is no longer my friend, Justice. He is a force of vengeance, and he has no grasp of mercy.
Can justice ever be separated from you?
I don't think so. The only way a spirit has ever been separated from a living host is by its death. The curse is of my own making. All I can do now is hope to control it.
Can
bring
you?
him out at will?
No. He comes only when I've lost all power over myself. It's a madness, a frenzy. I only find out after what I might have done.
Wow. Your problems make mine seem small.
Here. These are all the documents I have for this area. I can understand if you would rather me not join you personally.
Come with
I cannot
me.
control my need for vengeance. I would ask no one to take on the danger of traveling with me. I will be here in my clinic if you need me.
You're gonna come with me, coward. I'm gonna swap out Bethany for Anders. Probably just gonna put some points into healing, yeah? Not friendly enough yet with any of these people. Okay. It's not like we have anything we can do here right now. So let's try to find us an exit. Oh, some douche canoes. Hi. Bitch.
Live another day.
Leave Fenris alone.
You ever going to stop harping on the mages here?
Nope.
No.
We hates them, he says.
Kirkwall nights aren't safe. Always some group of thugs around.
Yep. As you were saying, yes. I agree with you.
Usually pay for their removal. On to the next.
Yes, they did. You're so kind to deliver that to them, Varric. So kind indeed. Okay, okay, he's already has 20 strength, so I'm probably not gonna mess with that. He might like the magic resistance. I'll give him willpower. I'll give him the last 20 in magic. He's not very sturdy. Where else this could be useful though? What do we got here? That's pretty useful. Okay. I'm gonna save because I just did that. Again, if for some reason we get our ass kicked, I would rather, you know, be safe than sorry. And get us. Some shit done.
Not going to.
Damn it. What points do I have in cunning right now? Well, fine. I guess I don't get to have loot. One thing I do need to bring Aveline with us for, and I can't remember which quest it is. Hopefully it's not this one. It might be the ambush, actually. Yeah, no, it's not this one. I still really need to sell some shit, so I'm gonna sell shit, I think, after we're done with this quest. Actually, maybe we can go sell some stuff over here.
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
Who are you people?
We are the last of the Elder.
So you say, frequently.
We remember who the people truly are, even as you city elves forget.
What's a Shemlin?
It is the elven word for human.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
I'm not expecting tea and cakes. I just need to see someone.
There's nothing here for any human.
Wait, this is the one the keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought she'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marithari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
Marithari, I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andarana Tishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marathari. Let me look at you.
Marathari? I can't say it the way she does, but she says it in a very pleasing way.
Don't let it go out. You will need it. Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
Your guard said you spoke of me. How did you know I was coming?
I listened. to the wind, to the birds, as the hunters do, to my dreams. I watched the stars. There is great wisdom to be found all around us if you know how to listen for it. But I was not certain. Nothing is certain.
Are you the leader of these Danish? Why did the witch tell me to bring this amulet to you?
I am the keeper of this clan. It is my task to guide my people and to ensure the old ways are not forgotten. As for Ashabella, I am tied to her, just as you are, by a debt that must be repaid.
A dragon fell from the sky, charred some darkspawn, then asked me to bring you this amulet. No big deal.
You are blessed by luck, then. I will pray that Mithal watches over your path. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Who is your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Meryl would have taken my place as keeper. But she has chosen a new path. Please, guide her safely from here.
If that's what you want.
It isn't what I want, but it is what she wants. You will find Meryl waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shira.
Tale of Lauren. In the days after the rising of Zazakal, the Dark Ones covered every corner of the land. The archdemon drove all the nations of the world before him, Shenlin and Elfin alike. In the far north, where the hills wander the plains and the earth is entirely baked beneath the uncaring sun, the lands which the Shimnon call Anderfels, a clan of our people lived, struggling to survive the blight. The Lauren was their keeper, a hunter in his younger days. Crafty as any wolf, he led his people always just ahead of the darkspawn who chased them. But the old hunter knew that even Hala could not run forever. They must turn and fight or be run down. At the foot of the Murdain, the darkspawn cornered the Lawrence clan. That night, the moon was strangled by clouds, the earth concealed by a dread mist that rose up out of nowhere, so that the Elven could not tell up from down. In the confusion, the darkspawn attacked. The Lauren had prepared for them. All around the camp, the hunters had strewn dry grass, brush, and brambles. When the sound of rustling footfalls began, the Lauren and the other Haran called upon the old magic. They struck out with lightning, and though the bolts missed the darkspawn, they hit their target all the same. The sea of kindling lit, and not one of the dark creatures made it through the fire to reach the Lawrence clan.
You always know just what to say to put my mind at ease.
To my encounter with Dalish elves on the road to Navarra, I studied every book on the elves I could find. I sought out legends and myths and history and tried to make sense of it all, but there was only so much one can learn from books. I knew that in order to truly understand the Dalish, I would have to seek them out. A dreadful idea in hindsight. In my defense, I was young, and also inebriated when the idea popped into my head. Unfortunately, even after I had regained some measure of sobriety, the idea still held appeal. It proved remarkably resistant to my attempts to ignore it. I gave in after months of that nagging thought at the back of my head, and set out to learn about the Dalish firsthand. I tramped through the forest, bordering Orlais for weeks before I finally found, or was found, by a Dalish hunter. I stumbled into one of his traps and suddenly was hanging from a tree with a rope about my ankles. So there I was, defenseless, upside down with my robe over my head, my underclothes on display. Descriptions of my predicament might elicit laughter these days, but trust me when I say it was a situation I would not wish on anyone. Sorry, it's the time of day where I start yawning a lot. Thankfully, my ridiculous appearance may have caused my captor to stay his hand. What threat is a silly human with his pants showing? And so he sat, made a small fire, and began to skin the deer he had caught. I soon mustered the courage to speak. I tried to assure him that I was not there to harm him, but he laughed at this and replied that if I were there to harm him, I had failed terribly. Eventually we got to talking, and when I say talking, I mean that I asked him questions, and occasionally he would deign to answer. He told me that while some Dalish actively seek out human travelers to rob or frighten, most of his people would rather be left alone. He seems to believe that punishing the humans for past actions only led to more violence. I asked him about the intricate tattoos on his face. He told me they were called Valislin, blood writing. His were symbols of Andrul the Huntress, one of the most revered elven goddesses. He said the Dalish mark themselves to stand out from humans and from those of their kin who have chosen to live under human rule. He said that the Valislin remind his people that they must never again surrender their beliefs. When he finished skinning the deer, he cut me down. By the time I had righted myself and conquered the dizziness of all the blood rushing out of my head, he was gone. I do not recommend that my readers seek out the Dalish for themselves. I was very lucky to have met the man that I did and to have walked away from our meeting unscathed. Perhaps the Maker watches over those who seek knowledge with an open heart. I would certainly like to think so.
Shemlin. Wonderful. Make your business here quick.
I have shit to sell. Lovely bow, for sure. Maybe I should get some more health potions. I don't know. The rune could be useful.
Dalish crafting is second to none, I assure you.
Arlethan, Part 1. Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious, eternal, and never changing. Like the great oak trees, they were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots, and ever reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. Decisions came after decades of debate, and an introduction could last for years. From time to time, our ancestors would drift into centuries-long slumber, but this was not death, for we know they wandered the fade in dreams. In those ages, our people called all the land Elfhinan, in which the old languages meant place of our people. And at the center of the world stood the great city of Arlethan, a place of knowledge and debate where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge, greet old friends, and settle disputes that had gone on for millennia. While our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, drifting through life at what today we would consider an intolerable pace, the world outside the lush forests and ancient trees were changing. The humans first arrived from Parvolin to the north. Called Shemlins or Quicklings by the ancients, the humans were pitiful creatures whose lives blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger and quicker to fight, with no patience for the unhurried pace of elven diplomacy. But the humans brought worse things than war with them. Our ancestors proved susceptible to human diseases, and for the first time in history, elves died of natural causes. What's more, those elves who spent time bartering and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the humans' brash and impatient lives. Many believe that the ancient gods had judged them unworthy of their long lives and cast them down among the quicklings. Our ancestors came to look upon the humans as parasites, which I understand is similar to the way the humans see our people in the cities. The ancient elves immediately moved to close Elfhinan off from the humans, for fear that the quickening effect would crumble the civilization.
Plenty of wildflowers.
That's very sweet, Chandon.
I don't want to read the geography of Thetis. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll mess with it later. I want to go get Meryl.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the keeper told me about. Another elf. I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
You'll have to work harder than that to offend me. My name's Hawke.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind. The keeper said you came from Ferelden. I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it here?
Could be worse.
Oh, I miss the cold. And the dirt. Kirkwall's not brown enough for me. But hey, no Darkspawn.
Ferelden wasn't that brown. The dirt and muck gave it character. We should go. Your task is for Asha Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
I take it you've been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asha Bellinar's amulet, and we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Asha Bellinar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
Splendid.
Let's get this over with.
Oh. Well, fuck. Okay. Okay, I see how this is. Is this the end of zombie Shakespeare? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Fuck. Fuck me.
The keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
I know so many mages.
Give away something nobody wants.
Bruh.
Keepers know a bit of old magic.
See, this is why I didn't like Fenris when I first played. He was so mean to Meryl. I can't be mean to Meryl. Can't tolerate that
It's
shit.
the keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Can't demons possess Dalish mages?
It can happen. And when it does, the clan must hunt and kill their own keeper.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Oh, they know. Keeper Marathari told me that was one of the reasons we never camped too long in one place. They usually won't pursue us if we stay away from the cities and towns and keep moving.
You don't know how good you've got it.
But my my clan is now in more danger, having lost our Hala.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Oh, they know.
Oh, never mind. I already did that.
You don't know how...
But my clan is now in more danger, having lost our Hala.
Please keep turning skeletons into toads for us.
But I never... Right.
Autism icon. I love her.
I've done a little fighting before, but...
I didn't like the way her romance went, but I love Meryl. She's so sweet and cute.
On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again.
And also a blood mage. Duality of a woman. Bitch. It's not really a good way to do that. I'll just hit with the old accuracy. Take that, and that, and that.
So the Keeper finally found someone to take you from here.
Yes.
Then finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be rid of this one too soon.
Fuck you.
I'm sensing a story here.
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
What's going on here, Meryl?
Nothing. Just ignorance. We should go.
I don't feel like reading that. I'm sorry. I thought I already had elf root. What? Ooh, pile of bones.
A landslide blocked the path. There's a cave that should take us to the other side.
Yay, fighting in caves.
I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best. We're good people that look out for each other. Just not today, apparently.
But the Dalish are delightful. I was just thinking of inviting the whole clan over for tea.
I'm sure they'd never accept an... Oh. Right. Sarcasm. Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashabelana isn't known for her patience.
Maybe she should be. Maybe she should work on her patience. Like my bow is glowing in the presence of spiders. It's fantasy, there's gonna be giant spiders. I'm sorry to people who were not expecting giant spiders. We can't blame old Jurt for that. Him and his spiders. He loved to have big scary spiders. And named them Shelob for some reason. Well, I don't question how he names anything. He can name my stuff how he wants. The Enderfells are a land of shocking extremes, It is the most desolate place in all the world, for two blights have left great expanses of steppes so completely devoid of life that corpses cannot even decay there. No insect or grub will ever reach them. It is the land filled with wonders like the Merdane, with its giant white statue of Our Lady carved into its face, her hands outstretched and bearing an eternal flame, or Weishaupt's fortress, with its walls of living rock towering over the desolate plains below. The Anders, too, are a people of extremes. He's very extreme, that Anders. The most devout priests and the most deadly soldiers, the poorest nation in the world and the most feared. I feel like we're reading lore about that. Fuck off!
I am not leaving this.
Meryl, if you please.
I can open the way forward. One moment.
Why does she have to cut her palm like that? Girl, cut something that doesn't have so many nerve endings. Meryl.
Blood magic. Foolish. Very foolish.
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
The barrier is gone, certainly.
Nobody ever denied that blood magic was useful.
Thank you. Be careful up ahead. Restless things prowl the heights.
In restless
In the
dreams I
days
walk
of our
alone.
The elders came here to sleep. Uthanara. The endless dream, they called it. But they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
And we're gonna have to... Ooh, Fenris and Anders didn't like that. Maybe we can make them both my rivals. I'm not reading the plant lore, I'm sorry. I don't wanna. Come here, dipshit. Thank you.
I can save you.
Reach it.
Place the amulet on the altar, and I'll begin the rite. Aharen amalana sal.
Elvish, but only this Elvish, and piss off the Tolkien nerds.
In Usanera Narivas.
Give me just a second, I need to plug up my phone.
Here we are. Witch. It's all right, Fenris.
We already know that we were here to meet a witch.
Under
How did he not get that? We're here to meet a witch, Fenris.
Perceive so young, bright. Do you know who I am beyond that title? I know only of you. Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing to see someone who keeps their end of a bargain. I half expected my amulet to end up in a merchant's pocket.
Well, I'm just the best that way.
No one wanted to buy it. Maybe because it had a witch inside? Just a piece. A small piece. But it was all I needed. A bit of security, should the inevitable occur. And if I know my Morrigan, it already has.
You were no simple witch.
Figured that out yourself, did you?
He's such a
I can
smart
see
boy.
powerful mages, spirits, and abominations. But you are none of those things. What are you?
Such a curious man. The chains are broken. But are you truly free?
You see a great deal.
I am a fly in the ointment. I am a whisper in the shadows. I am also an old, old woman. More than that, you need not know.
Is that someone I should know?
She's a girl who thinks she knows what is what better than I or anyone.
She kind of does, though.
And why not? I raised her to be as she is. I cannot expect her to be less.
I'm not sure whether she's your daughter or your enemy.
Neither is she.
Why did you need me to bring you here?
Because I had an appointment to keep. And because I did not want to be followed, you smuggled me here quite nicely.
Thanks, I guess?
I don't understand. Are you some kind of vision?
Must I be in only one place? Bodies are such limiting things. I am but a fragment cast adrift from the whole, a bit of flotsam to cling to in the storm.
A fragment?
You do not need to understand, child. Know only that you may have saved my life, just as I once saved yours. An even trade, I think.
You have plans, I take it.
Destiny awaits us both, dear girl. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
Maybe so.
Cheap advice from a dragon.
We all have our challenges. As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Masteranus Ashabelina.
Now the time has come for me to leave. You have my thanks and my
much monies do we have now? We're about... We're a little less than halfway there, I guess. That's not horrible. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh wait, but there's something over there. Or is it just how we get out of here? Okay. Well, I'll do it. Ooh, yes, I didn't get my loot. Loot time. What's the Ring of the Magister? Sounds fancy. You can have it.
Serana's child, your debt is paid in full. It isn't too late to change your mind, Darlene.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart.
When you walk away.
Elganar. Is this really where the elves live?
Yes, this is it.
Not the prettiest part of Kirkwall, but it doesn't have a view of the giant chains. Take what you can get.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
Working your way up will be fun. Alright, that was a lie. It won't be fun.
Some adventurer I am. Barely set out and already daunted. Thank you for everything. For all your help. Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later. I could use a friend.
Of course. But only because you used that "you kicked my puppy" voice.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thanking you too much, aren't I?
She's so cute. I just love her. I wish her romance was a little better written. I don't like how it is. She's adorable, though. She's my friend. Oh, I want to bring her with me. But, like... I do want to... I didn't really bring Anders and Fenris around much when I last played. So I'd kind of like to have them for now.
Busy day, I see. Will I see you at the tavern later? Not today. My sisters have me decorating the peanut doll.
Oh, there's a quest there. Can I go into Meryl's house and bother her? Hi, kid.
I didn't think you'd come. I'll find something relatively clean for you to sit on. Can I get you something to eat or drink? I have water.
And more water.
It's cozy. And your furry friends are charming.
Oh, are the rats back? I thought I'd found all their homes.
She's just so cute and so sincere. She doesn't have a sarcastic bone in her body.
I'm I'm not sure thanks applies to this. And not without a lot of irony, anyway.
It's not pretty, but this is where I need to be. I haven't exactly had many friends, not even among my own clan. This is tricky.
What made you unpopular with the Danish?
Being first to the Keeper, I was always a bit secluded. I studied magic and history while the others were learning the Viet Hanadar. It's good that I left. I'd have made a terrible keeper. I was never that good with people.
You'll make friends.
It won't take long before you're the most popular girl in the alienage.
Mythal, I hope not. I'd managed to say something stupid in front of everyone and embarrass myself. Thank you for coming to visit me, Hawke. It means a lot to me.
Oh, we got rivalry. Ah, hell. Is my Wi-Fi down? Save. Maybe it's just down on the computer. Hang on. Okay, well it seems like it is. That's weird. Maybe you just like did that for a second or something. Or maybe Twitch is down. Hello? Yeah, so that made that into a separate stream, I guess. We're not done here. Like, I would really like to get Isabella in our crew. Oh, she has a lot of books. I'm sorry, I'm just like, I'm bored of reading about the lore at this point. Is that her bathroom? Really explored her little house that well. I'm bored of reading out loud, rather. It's kind of starting to get my throat. Hang on. Sure. Okay, my companions want to be talked to. So I may do that before I do anything else. Now let's do that. Let's talk to our companions. I have to get as many friendship points as I can. Oh, there she is.
You owe us, Isabella.
My wife.
I'll tell you what. Since the information you gave me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet thing.
Yeah. Get their asses, Isabella.
Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for?
She's so badass.
I didn't think so.
You heard about that hero forever? Why? What makes a hero, eh? I bet I could kill an archdemon. I bet you couldn't.
Talk to Isabella first.
What?
You're new around here, aren't you? Welcome, and keep your wits about you. You're nothing but tits and arse to the men in this place, and they won't hesitate to grab at both.
Speaking from experience, are we?
After a few broken fingers here and there, they got the idea. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know, you might be just what I'm looking for to solve a little problem I have.
Can't anyone fix their own lives around here?
Must be something in the water. Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
Who's this person you've arranged to meet?
His name is Hader. We worked together back in Antiva. He's never liked me. He's been asking about me all around Kirkwall. Thought I'd get it over with and meet him face to face.
You wanted information from Lucky. What was it?
I asked Lucky and his boys to track down something I lost. They failed to do it. It's nothing to worry about, and this is much more important.
Why a duel?
I like duels. It's what I do. And if I win, he'll be dead. Problem solved.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Hader in
Wink,
Hightown
wink.
after dark. I'll meet you there.
Okay. I'd like to do that next. But let's visit our companions first.
So, I've been dying to know. What was going through your head when you fought that ogre?
For the first few seconds. What do they feed those things?
I don't know anyone else that's even seen one. You're lucky just to be standing here. Somehow, Hawke, I imagine things won't be dull with you around. Not that I expect the deep roads to be boring, mind you. Constant threat of doom does tend to keep you awake.
A lot of things can keep you awake, you know. I wouldn't reach for the doom first.
Purple Hawk, you
I
will
could
always
have a
be
cup of tea in
famous.
the morning, but I hear it's bad for you. I've spent my whole life in Kirkwall. Dangerous enough most days, but it doesn't compare to the deep roads. So, this will be, let's just call it an adventure, I guess.
Great. Now we're adventurous.
Yeah. Alright, let me go visit Fenris real quick. His mansion.
What?
We have to do shit for
Wondering if the
Aveline.
cauldrons are an essential part of the moody rebel mage persona.
What are you talking about?
Roast him.
I'm working on an epic poem about a hopelessly romantic apostate, waging an epic struggle against forces he can't possibly defeat.
What do you mean, can't possibly defeat?
Well, it's not a good story unless the hero dies.
Bruh. Brutal. They all hate each other so much.
Grigio Pavali. There are 6 bottles in the cellar. Denarius used to have me pour it for his guests. My appearance intimidated them, he said, which he enjoyed.
Nothing like a bit of fear with your wine.
That's what Denarius used to say.
Fuck that wine.
It's good I can still take pleasure in the small things.
You could have offered me a glass first, you know.
There's more, if you're really interested.
Perish the thought. How else would you redecorate the walls?
I've wanted to leave my past behind me, but it won't stay there. Tell me, have you never wanted to return to Ferelden?
I've started a life here.
And that's it. You leave it behind so easily.
We fled the Blight and did what we could. Would you have done differently?
No, that is in fact exactly what I have done. I apologize. Your life is your own. It simply sounds very familiar.
Do you intend to keep living here?
I haven't decided. For now, it's as good as any other place. I would return to Saharan if I could, but there is no life for me there.
Is that where you're from?
So I've been told.
Were you very young when you left there?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
You could track your former master down, I assume.
I imagine he has returned to Minrathous, though I dare not go near the city while he is alive. No, it is better to wait for him to leave his fortress, fight from a fortified position. I do not expect your help when that day comes, but I would not turn it aside.
You've been on the run a long time, then.
3 years now. Denarius has a way of finding me. Perhaps it is the markings. Whatever the means, it never takes him long to follow. This is the first time I've given him reason to pause. I suppose there are advantages in numbers.
Haven't you sought help before?
Hirelings, when I could steal the coin. Never anyone of substance. Until you.
We're besties now.
Denarius will not give up, however. I await his return.
What if he does give up? What then?
Then I go to him. I will not live with a wolf at my back.
Sounds like the right idea to me.
If it comes to that, I doubt it will.
Maybe it's just me, but it sounds like you want to stick around.
We shall see. I should thank you again for helping me against the hunters.
Yes.
It would be such a good lyric, or
Had I known Anso would find
line
me a woman
poetry.
so capable,
I will not live with
I
a
might
wolf
have
in my
asked him
back.
to look sooner.
It turned out well enough.
It did at that. I will not keep you longer. Another time, perhaps.
Getting too friendly. No, it's fine. do this, and I'm probably gonna hop off here pretty soon. I do need to, like, take the dog out and stuff. I just want to get this quest done.
These thugs are plaguing the streets. I don't see a problem in giving them the fight they want.
It's saved in a little bit. I should do that. Here she is.
There you are. I've been here for hours. Hader hasn't shown up. No one has. I don't like this.
I don't like this. That's right up there with what could possibly go wrong.
That's the wench we're looking for. Got her.
Here we go.
Maybe you're the winch I've been looking for. Consider.
Hader sent them. Search the bodies. I need to find out where he is. Hiding in
Found
the
it.
chantry and sending thugs to finish me off. Coward.
He's a coward.
I know with this. Come on.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to be following her, aren't I?
Can't we? How about you? I love it when a plan works out.
Don't we all? Well, I'll probably flirt with Isabella a little bit too before I hop off, but
Isabella, should have known you'd find me here.
Tell your men to burn the letters next time.
yeah, your men
Theon
suck.
was heartbroken when he heard about the shipwreck. You should have let him know you survived.
Pass.
It must have slipped my mind.
Where's the relic?
I lost it. Castellan's just going to have to do without.
Yeah,
Lost
Castillon.
it? Just like you lost a ship full of valuable cargo.
Maybe.
They weren't cargo, Hader. They were people.
Those slaves were worth 100 sovereigns a head, and you let them scurry off into the wilds.
She's
And
like
now the
Captain
relic's
Jack
gone
Sparrow,
too.
but very
Castillon
fortunately
won't be
not
happy
played by
about
Johnny Depp.
I promise you.
Will someone explain what's going on?
Isabella's been a very bad girl. Ruined a perfect business deal and then ran away. She didn't tell you?
I told her enough. I said I arranged for a duel, which I did. I also said you wouldn't play fair, which you didn't. We can talk later if you want. Right now, we have other problems.
Cassio isn't a very happy person, is he? Maybe he needs a new hobby.
There's only one way to settle this.
Ass kicking time. Right in the head. Let me see if I can hit everybody with that. Take that, and that, and that.
Stab first, ask questions later. Trust me, it's better this way. Castillon won't hear about me from Hader, but he'll find me eventually. I just have to get him the relic. Simple as that. What's so interesting about the relic? I don't really know what it is, except that it's ancient and worth my weight in gold. Castillon has me chasing it down as payback for freeing his slaves. To be honest, I think he just wants me dead, but that would be letting me off easy.
You hired Lucky to track down information on the relic.
Lucky is so unreliable and a little
He
bitch.
insisted he knew everything that was going on in Kirkwall. He lied. I bet he doesn't even know everything going on in his pants. Did you end up in Kirkwall because your ship was destroyed? There was a storm. The ship ran aground on the reefs near the city. I managed to make it to shore. Most of my men weren't as lucky. Poor sods. I knew some of those men almost 10 years. Oh.
Just like Bobby
Who
would
is
say. Bobby's
He's
supernatural.
a powerful merchant based in Antiva. I believe he has ties to the Felicissima Armada. I used to work for him. The jobs mostly involved smuggling lyrium, jewels, or the occasional criminal acquaintance. He paid well.
What's this about you freeing slaves?
It's
I was
kick-ass.
asked to escort Castillon's cargo ship. I got a bad feeling about the job partway through. Boarded the ship to find slaves. Nearly 200. Elves, humans, children.
Crap, someone's calling.
It was sickening. They paid Castillon to take them away from the Blight. He took their money and sold them into slavery. Even I can see that's wrong.
If getting the relic gets Castillon off your back, then I'll help you retrieve it.
I still don't know where it is, but you'll be the first to know if I hear anything. Anyway, thanks for helping me out with Hader. I think I'll tag along for a while. There might be something I could do for you. And I have a room at the Hanged Man if you're looking for company later.
Oh, I would like some Isabella company. Let's see, what does she have? New subterfuge. That sounds cool. And so does that. And that. Let's gather this stuff and then we'll go talk to her at her place. And, well, I might have some gear for her too, actually. And get her decks up. focus it out of here. Go talk to Isabella, and then I'm gonna hop off for reals. Well, there's a quest popping up. I might activate that too.
I think he's ignoring me now. Hey, is my coin not good enough for you? Oh, Hawke, thanks for helping me with that little problem I had. You going to buy me a drink to celebrate our victory? You drink the swill here. It's an acquired taste. Oh, before I forget, are you still looking for work? Because I have a friend who needs some help. Is this a friend or a friend? I never let him steer my ship, if that's what you're asking. From what I hear, he doesn't have good control of his rudder. His name's Martin. He has a room right here in the Hanged Man. Tell him I sent you. Now, you going to leave me to my drinking or what?
I was hoping I could do a big flirt first.
A Ferelden, eh? Athenril said you might help me. Some raider captains are having secret meetings at night in Low Town. The job's simple. Break up the meeting and kill every one of the bastards. That's not much to go on. It's enough to do the job. Just tell me where they are. All the details are in this letter. If you manage to eavesdrop on the meeting before you kill them, there'll be extra in it for you. I'll be here.
Okay, there's a guy in here too we need to talk to. Let's just do that real quick.
You've enjoyed money, I suspect.
Where I come from, they're called tattoos. Sailors get them all the time.
Tattoos.
Not a one. And the pictures are different. Usually breasts.
I suppose a pair of Lyrian breasts tattooed onto my chest would make things better.
That's me. I'm a helper.
Hey, who are you?
My, you're jumpy. Look at you, cowering in a corner. What happened to the fearless, dashing raider I used to know?
I'm not a raider anymore, Isabella. I'm just an honest merchant now.
Please, Martin. You wouldn't know honest if I tied you up and spanked you with it.
You tie him up. I'll go find some honesty.
Very funny, Isabella. You said you could find me help. This is the best you could do, eh?
Yes, why don't we insult the people coming to help? That will work out wonderfully.
You want the help or not?
Yes, I want help. I need someone to help me find out where the raiders have hidden my stolen cargo. This job's as easy as a peg-legged tavern wench, and there's good coin in it to boot.
What did the raiders do to you?
They closed in on my ship and forced her into the cliffs. My crew and I barely made it out alive. They must have salvaged the cargo when it washed ashore.
Are the raiders a big problem around here?
They've got some big plan for Kirkwall, or so I've heard. If they're not a problem now, they will be soon.
It's your cargo. You look for it.
Those raiders are still looking for me. I'm not going to draw their attention.
You used to be a raider. What happened?
Yes, I was a raider. Back then it was just smuggling and petty thievery. It's changed since that madman Ianto took power around here. Extortion, murder, kidnapping, he does it all. It's just not to my taste. I tried to get out, but he didn't like that. This scar on my neck, he gave it to me, slit my throat, and threw me overboard. I tried to start a new life away from this bullshit. and he has his men chase me down and steal my cargo.
And you're perfectly innocent of wrongdoing, aren't you?
Why would the raiders want your cargo? Is it valuable?
How should I know why they want it? It's just spices and herbs.
We're gonna help
Special.
Colonel Sanders make the first ever KFC in Ferelden. That's what's gonna happen.
I'll take care of it.
You'll need to look around the docks. The crates bear the seal of the Orlesian Port Authority, so you'll know it when you see it.
You're assuming I know what an Orlesian Port Authority seal looks like.
It's fancy, just like everything Orlesian. I've had it with the raiders, and this cargo is the key to me getting on the straight and narrow. You're doing me a huge favor here, friend. Thank you, and be careful.
Alright, I am going to save and quit here. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up to watch me play. If you have been enjoying my gameplay, if you enjoy my commentary, whatever, it'd be really cool if you would, follow, subscribe, whatever the Twitch terminology is. If you're watching this later on YouTube, you know, hit the like and subscribe button, maybe the comment if you're feeling generous. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.